I mean, ultimately, I think we'll be making tens of millions of robots a year type of thing. It's like serious volume. Maybe 100 million robots a year. It's wild. Sounds good. Yeah.
When the richest man in the world like Elon Musk makes a huge bet on the humanoid robot Tesla Optimus, claiming that Tesla can produce millions of them per year and sell them for $20,000, it is obvious that profit is the first goal that Elon Musk is aiming for. Do you know how big the profit is? According to Elon Musk, it is enough to make Tesla a $25 trillion company.
Optimus, I think, is a 25, literally $25 trillion market cap situation. So.
To understand just how shocking that number is, all you need to know is that Apple's current market value is around $2.9 trillion. That means if Tesla bot actually hits a $25 trillion valuation, it would be worth more than 8 times Apple. Okay, you might not like Elon Musk. You might think his claims are overhyped, but one thing you can't deny is that everything he bets on seems to succeed. Saying Elon Musk became the world's richest person just by luck, not business skill, would be ridiculous. And thinking he's throwing money at the Tesla bot just because he has cash to burn, that completely misses the point. Billionaires like him often have a vision that most of us can't quite grasp. Right now, Tesla is still seen as an EV automaker, but that definition won't hold for long. Tesla is turning into a tech company, and soon, a robotics company. Why? Because Optimus might just be Tesla's most valuable product. Elon has even said it could be worth more than all of Tesla's other products combined.
This is a super big deal. Like my prediction is that, on this front, is that Optimus will be the biggest product of all time by far. Nothing will even be close. I think it'll be 10 times bigger than the next biggest product ever made. I think long term, with Optimus and self-driving, Tesla will probably be the most valuable company in the world.
Of course, Tesla bot and even Elon Musk himself are really just holding the lock. It's the customers who hold the key. If Optimus isn't smart or capable enough to actually help people, then that $20,000 price tag is just for an expensive toy that can move around. No one's going to pay for that. But if the opposite happens, if Tesla bot truly has a groundbreaking brain, the kind Elon Musk confidently calls a real brain that outperforms anything else out there, then the story completely changes. People will be lining up to get one once its usefulness starts translating into real dollars. Think about it this way. You drop $20,000 up front, but you never have to hire store staff, a tutor, or a housekeeper again. Suddenly, Optimus isn't just a pricey toy, it's a money printing machine. And yeah, if you like making money, you've got to get an Optimus.
Because I think everyone, of the 8 billion people of Earth, I think everyone's going to want their Optimus buddy. And there's going to be maybe 2.
When talking about Optimus's brain, why does Elon Musk call it a real brain?
And Tesla has some important missing ingredients that others don't have, which is our robot has a real brain. It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Don't get it twisted. It's not a biological brain like the one in our heads. When Elon Musk talks about the Tesla bot having a real brain, he's referring to an insanely sharp information processing system, one that could actually outperform humans in understanding and reacting to the world around it. Sounds crazy? Imagine this. You don't even have to speak a word. Just a gesture or facial expression is enough. Point to the floor, and it knows it needs to mop. Rub your stomach, and it brings you food. A guest shows up, it automatically gets drinks ready. That's what Musk means, a brain smart enough to read the situation, understand the environment, and act on it. It's not just automation, it's awareness.
You can imagine like your own personal robot buddy that is a great friend, but also takes care of your house. We'll clean your house, we'll mow the lawn, we'll walk the dog, we'll teach your kids, we'll babysit. And we'll also enable the production of goods and services. So you could say pick up a cup, pick up a shirt, fold the shirt. These things will generalize, I think, quite quickly.
In some ways, Optimus's brain works quite similarly to humans because Tesla engineers have explained that Optimus will also need to load data to become smarter. It will be like humans learning, going through a long period of time accumulating knowledge and experience to become smarter. Of course, Optimus will not spend decades going to school like humans. Our brains can forget quickly and need many times to store information. But with Optimus, it will store it right from the first time it receives that data. The easiest example is cooking. You will need to review the recipe, how to prepare a new dish, many times. It has too many things to remember, and the sequence of steps. But Optimus has arranged and stored that data right from the first time it does it. When it repeats it the second time, it will not take time to remember. That's what makes the Tesla bot valuable, and Elon Musk is confident that it can perform new tasks just by watching a video.
It can watch a video of something like a person and then learn just by looking at that video and do that task.
This capability is built on Tesla's powerful AI technologies, like machine learning and deep learning, which allow the Tesla bot to automatically adjust and optimize its actions, similar to how humans do. Optimus's smart brain gives Tesla a huge advantage because users won't need to retrain the robot after buying it. A lot of people have said they wouldn't even consider buying Tesla Optimus if they had to teach it everything from scratch. It's just too time-consuming for most people to deal with a robot like that. It's fair to say that if a robot gets too smart, human jobs are more likely to be replaced. Like we've discussed in earlier episodes about both the potential and the risks of Optimus, we have to admit, yes, it will take jobs, but it'll also create jobs. That's just the reality we're heading into. But above all, what really matters is that Elon Musk has made it clear. Optimus won't be anything like the rebellious robots from I, Robot or Terminator. Instead, it's being built as a friendly, helpful assistant for everyday tasks around the home. Sure, you might have seen Optimus walking a little wobbly and thought it looked clumsy, but as we've explained in previous episodes, that's not actually a weakness. Thanks to its low center of gravity and advanced sensor system, Optimus is designed to stay balanced on uneven terrain and in tight spaces. And earlier this month, Elon Musk rolled out an upgrade that seriously improved Optimus's walking posture. Yeah. It's now walking with straighter legs than it did late last year. We can see no more still walks like Biden or drunk guy wobble that the netizens love to joke about. Here's the wild part. When Optimus walks better, it actually means it's gotten smarter. Sounds weird, right? Like, what does walking better have to do with intelligence? Well, here's the deal. Every step Optimus takes is controlled by a neural network, an AI brain that makes real-time decisions on how it should move based on its surroundings. On a flat surface, it might walk smoothly and upright, but if it's navigating a slope or uneven ground, it instinctively bends its legs more, just like a human would, to stay balanced. That kind of adaptive movement shows off the power of Tesla's AI. Optimus isn't stuck using the same walk everywhere. It adjusts its entire gait depending on the terrain. That's a huge leap beyond traditional automation systems, and it's one of the reasons people are starting to take this robot seriously.
Yeah.
The hand might be close to half of all the engineering in Optimus. From an electromechanical standpoint, the hand is probably roughly half of the engineering.
But so much of the intelligence of humans goes into what we do with our hands.
Yeah.
If Optimus really ends up costing $20,000, we're guessing its hands alone are worth around $9,000. So if you buy an Optimus in the future, take good care of hands, because you might wince when you have to bring it in for repairs. It's no surprise Elon Musk admitted that Optimus's hands took up nearly half of the engineering team's effort. Recreating the complexity of a human hand, with tendons, joints, nerves, and fine control is a big challenge. But what's incredible is that Tesla actually pulled it off. They stunned the entire robotics industry by developing a robotic hand with 22 degrees of freedom, something no other company in the world has managed to achieve. If that sounds too technical, just know this. The human hand has 27 degrees of freedom. That's what lets us grip, twist, move each finger independently, and perform everything from tying shoelaces to building skyscrapers. Our hands literally shaped the world we live in. Understanding that, the Tesla team went all in to make Optimus's hands as close to human hands as possible.
If you want to have a humanoid robot that can do things that a human can do, it's a very high bar. So our new arm has 22 degrees of freedom instead of 11.
We tried putting the actuators in the hand itself, but then you sort of end up having these like
Giant hands.
giant hands that look weird.
Yeah.
To make the hand move and operate naturally, it needs a lot of actuators built in. But that comes with a challenge. How do you manage all that complexity without making the hand too big and clunky? Cramming in too many actuators would make it bulky and reduce both its flexibility and strength. So, Tesla's engineers came up with a smart solution. They moved some of the actuators down into the forearm to keep the hand slim and functional. And here's something fascinating. Our fingers being different lengths isn't just a coincidence. If all your fingers were the same length, you'd lose a lot of dexterity. That variation in length actually gives you better control and an edge when it comes to precise tasks. Take the pinky, for instance. It may be the smallest finger, but it plays a critical role in grip and fine motor skills. Lose it, and your ability to handle delicate objects drops significantly. Tesla clearly understood that, and it shows in how carefully they designed Optimus's hand to mimic the precision and functionality of a real human hand.
And your dexterity is actually better if your fingers are of different length. Like there's a reason we've got a little finger. Like why not have a little finger that's bigger?
Yeah.
Because it allows you to do fine.
So Optimus's hand is one of the rare robotic hands that has 5 fingers of different lengths, just like a human hand. This special design allows it to perform many tasks that require high precision, such as holding eggs, serving drinks, and many more tasks that require more sophisticated manipulation in the future. It is interesting that Tesla always goes against the majority, while their competitors focus on making robots smarter, faster, running, jumping, or doing somersaults and doing complicated movements that look quite silly. Tesla focuses on Optimus's hands. Studies show that the ability to grasp, manipulate objects, and perform sophisticated manipulations are all related to the coordination between the brain and the hands. For example, when a person plays the piano, the brain has to control each finger to match the rhythm and keys, which requires a very high level of information processing ability.
Our next generation has 22 degrees of freedom. It will be able to play the piano. So it's really like, wow.
The hand is not only the part that performs the action, but also helps us respond to the environment, learn and improve skills through each action. Tesla Bot will start mass production this year with the production line at the Fremont factory. It can take Tesla nearly 1 hour and 45 minutes to produce an Optimus, according to the quantity that Elon Musk revealed.
So this year, we hopefully will be able to make about 5,000 Optimus robots. We're aiming for enough parts to make 10,000, maybe 12,000. But since it's a totally new product with totally new, like everything is totally new, I'll say like we're succeeding if we get to half of the 10th.
Elon Musk has set an incredibly ambitious target for Tesla Bot production. As he's mentioned, Tesla technically has enough components to build around 12,000 Optimus robots this year. But even he admits that's a pretty optimistic number. If Tesla actually pulls it off, they'd need to build one Optimus every 44 minutes. That's a crazy pace, especially compared to any current humanoid robot production line. We're not sure if the 145% tariff Trump slapped on Chinese goods will slow things down. But hopefully Tesla can lean on its US-based resources to keep the momentum going. While Musk has often hyped up EV production, he's noticeably more cautious when it comes to Optimus. He said that producing 5,000 units is a more realistic goal for now. That might sound like a small number for a company like Tesla, which is known for mass production. But honestly, we think it makes total sense. Mass producing something completely new is never easy, especially when Tesla is still primarily an EV automaker. There are huge challenges: setting up a proper assembly line, hand assembling most of the robot instead of automating it, and hiring experienced workers. That's why Tesla is still actively recruiting for roles related to Optimus. On top of that, there are supply chain hurdles, assembly complications, testing, and fine-tuning the tech. Way more challenges than most people realize. Sure, Tesla's nailed large-scale EV production, but building a humanoid robot is a whole different ballgame. It requires insane precision, constant trial and error, and a lot of patience.
It's got the real-world AI. So Tesla's the leader in real-world AI. What we learned in the car, we translate to the Optimus robot. And we also take our expertise in electric motors, in batteries, power electronics, structural design, and then another major important thing is that we're very good at manufacturing.
Tesla has truly upgraded Optimus at an astonishing pace, 3 generations of the robot in just over 2 years. Optimus Gen 3 is expected to launch next year, once the current version's production line is stable. This will be the most advanced version available for purchase, and its price may be significantly higher than previous models. If the price reaches $60,000 but it can handle every task you assign, would you still pay for it with no hesitation? We think it would be fascinating even just to interact with the Tesla bot on a daily basis. We mean you wouldn't need to be cautious or overly polite with it. You could simply tell it a story and see how it reacts. And it doesn't stop there. What if this robot could remind you to take your medicine on time, or report upcoming appointments that we often forget? It could also help the elderly become familiar with technology by providing simple and easy-to-understand guidance on using smart devices like phones and tablets. For children, Optimus could become an engaging learning tool, teaching basic skills through games and puzzles, helping them learn in a natural and interactive way. Thanks to its ability to communicate naturally, the Tesla bot doesn't just support the elderly and children with using technology. It can also enhance their communication and learning skills. Yeah, there's so much untapped potential in Optimus that we've yet to discover. What do you think about the value of Tesla bot? If it is useful, are you willing to pay? The Tesla bot might not stick to its $20,000 price tag anymore, and it could even face delays. Elon Musk just confirmed that Optimus has been affected by China's rare earth export restrictions. These materials are crucial for building the Tesla bot's 22 degree of freedom arms. Let's hear what Elon Musk had to say.
Optimus was affected by the magnet issue from China because the Optimus actuators in the arm do use permanent magnets. Now, Tesla as a whole does not need to use permanent magnets, but when something is volume constrained, like an arm of the robot, then you want to try to make the motors as small as possible. So we did design in permanent magnets for those motors, and those were affected by the supply chain, by basically China requiring an export license to send out any rare earth magnets.
This is actually a pretty big deal. Just last month, Elon Musk said Tesla could produce at least 5,000 robots this year and start selling them to customers next year. It's clear Tesla is feeling the heat from the trade war. It's not just EVs struggling with tariffs anymore. Even humanoid robots are now heavily dependent on components from China. Let's hear more from Elon Musk.
Almost everything in Optimus is new. There's not like an existing supply chain for the motors, gearboxes, electronics, actuators, really anything almost anything in the Optimus, apart from the AI for Tesla, the Tesla AI computer, which is the same as the one in the car.
Honestly, we were pretty surprised when Elon Musk admitted that the Tesla bot doesn't actually have an established supply chain. Not long ago, he sounded super confident that everything needed for the Optimus robot was basically ready, since Tesla planned to reuse parts from its electric vehicles and adapt them for the humanoid robot.
Everything we've developed for our cars, the batteries, power electronics, the advanced motors, gearboxes, the software, the AI inference computer, it all actually applies to a humanoid robot.
It's clear that things have shifted in the plan to produce Optimus, but it's definitely not the end of the road. Elon Musk still says limited production of Optimus will happen this year, although it'll have to wait until the end of the year. What really caught our attention recently was a leaked image of the Optimus assembly line. It showed what appears to be a redesigned Tesla bot. Its head, neck, and shoulders look much more refined. The actuators have been moved from the hands to the arms, likely to support the new generation of hands Musk keeps talking about, the 22 degrees of freedom hands. This might actually be the long-awaited Optimus Gen 3. The new arms are a complete redesign compared to the old version. Musk had previously mentioned that these arms were a huge engineering challenge. The hands alone take up nearly half of the total mechanical complexity of Optimus. To avoid making the hands massive, Tesla moved almost all the actuators into the forearms. The engineering team also had to design a cable system that mimics human tendons as closely as possible. But now, the big issue is this. Without rare earth magnets, Tesla can't build these robot arms.
We will get a license to use the rare earth magnets. China wants some assurances that these are not used for military purposes, which obviously they're not. They're just going into a humanoid robot. So it's not a weapon system.
According to Elon Musk, China's still pretty concerned that Tesla might end up building the Optimus robot for unsafe purposes, something that could go down the Terminator path or even be used for military applications. Because of that, they want to make sure their rare earth magnets aren't used in any way that might benefit a defense project. Tesla is currently working with Beijing to get export permits to legally use those rare earth materials. This all ties into China's broader strategy. They've been restricting rare earth exports as part of their response to U.S. tariffs. That's tightened the supply of key minerals used in everything from weapons to electronics to everyday consumer products. As for Optimus itself, we still see it as an incredibly valuable product, even if Tesla can't quite stick to the original $20,000 price tag. Honestly, the long-term benefits and potential returns far outweigh the upfront cost. Let's be real. Before Optimus showed up, humanoid robots were kind of a joke. People thought they were a waste of time and money, with zero real-world use. Most of them just looked like clunky piles of moving metal. Some even joked their awkward walk made them look like Biden. But that changed. When Tesla debuted their first humanoid robot back in 2022, it got people talking. But it wasn't until 2023 that things really took off. The second-gen Optimus felt like a massive leap forward. It didn't look like anything else out there. It didn't have eyes or a mouth or a face like a mecha does, but its brain and internal systems acted like real human senses.
Yeah, you'll be able to customize the personality, customize the voice, and really kind of the robot will kind of get to know you as well and know your preferences. You won't even have to say things because it'll just kind of understand you.
Optimus can scan its surroundings, hold conversations, and respond to commands or questions from users. According to Elon Musk, building Optimus isn't just a project for Tesla, it's a mission. For the company, it represents a product with trillion-dollar revenue potential. For customers, it's a game changer, a machine that can take on boring, repetitive, or even dangerous tasks. Basically, the jobs no one wants to do. That's why we say even if the price ends up being more than $20,000, Optimus is still absolutely worth the investment. Think about it. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, hiring a full-time employee in the U.S. typically costs between $35,000 and $50,000 a year. And that's just base pay. Once you factor in things like health insurance, training, benefits, payroll taxes, and paid time off, the total cost per employee can easily exceed $60,000 annually. Now, compare that to Optimus. For around $40,000, you could have a robot working in your business. No sick days, no insurance, no strikes, and it maintains consistent performance and accuracy. Tesla estimates one Optimus could handle the workload of 2 or even 3 full-time employees across a variety of industries. Over a projected 10-year lifespan, that initial investment pays for itself many times over. It slashes operating costs and boosts productivity. In the long run, this isn't just a smart business decision. It could be a revolutionary competitive advantage. In retail, Optimus could stock shelves, clean, and even help at checkout. In the service industry, it could act as a 24/7 server. No complaints, no errors, no downtime. That doesn't just improve the customer experience, it could save businesses tens of thousands of dollars every year in labor costs. In agriculture, Optimus is a game changer. It can water crops, harvest produce, inspect equipment, and even care for livestock, all with incredible precision and consistency. It dramatically reduces errors while maximizing productivity. What's more impressive? Optimus can navigate rough, uneven terrain and steep slopes, something you rarely see in today's agricultural robots. And here's the real surprise. Tesla. Optimus isn't just for businesses. In a household setting, it can handle almost everything. Cleaning, laundry, dishes, pet care, even helping your kids with homework. Instead of spending $200 to $500 a month on a housekeeper, which adds up to $2,400 to $6,000 a year, you could make a one-time investment in Optimus. You'd get a reliable assistant who doesn't need sick days, holidays, or breaks, and never complains. Think about it. You can buy a Tesla Model 3 for over $40,000, but most of the time it's in parking lot. A $40,000 Tesla robot, on the other hand, could be working in your home 8 to 10 hours a day, By the time you walk in the door, all your assigned tasks are already done. In fact, the value of the work Optimus performs could pay for itself, and potentially even fund a Tesla EV within just a couple of years, if used wisely. At the heart of the Optimus Gen 3 is Tesla's powerful 4680 battery cell, a high-capacity, cutting-edge battery that keeps the robot running up to 10 hours on a single charge. It's no exaggeration to say that Optimus might just be the answer to global labor shortages, rising wages, and the growing demand for automation across nearly every major industry. This is exactly why millions of people are eagerly waiting for Tesla to release Optimus, because frankly, they're burned out and fed up with household chores. That said, we'll still have to wait until the end of next year before Tesla officially makes it available to the public. While the wait might feel long, it gives Tesla time to fine-tune the robot, add more features, and ensure it performs reliably at scale. Elon Musk confirmed that Tesla still plans to roll out Optimus internally at its own factories later this year. It's a strategic move. Not only will it help cut production costs, but it'll also allow Tesla to refine the tech and collect the data it needs before launching Optimus to the broader market. However, the first customers won't be everyday consumers. Tesla plans to prioritize big corporations. Think Amazon, FedEx, or large-scale manufacturers. Why? Because these companies have high automation needs and the financial resources to invest in next-gen technology, like Optimus. As mentioned earlier, the price could land around $40,000 or even higher, especially if Tesla continues to face rare earth magnet supply issues. That makes large enterprises the ideal first adopters. Partnering with major corporations also gives Tesla a fast track to building product credibility. Just like they did with the Tesla Semi, targeting large commercial clients first means faster data collection, quicker iterations, and a stable revenue stream to support development. One of Optimus's standout features is its ability to receive over-the-air software updates to improve performance over time. Unlike the free updates Tesla EVs typically get, upgrades for Optimus may come with a small fee, and that actually makes a lot of sense. These updates won't just fix bugs, they'll unlock brand new capabilities, handling more complex tasks, faster processing, and better agility. For example, with one software update, Optimus might go from being able to cook 10 meals to preparing 30, or it could significantly boost its precision in manufacturing tasks. For a reasonable price, users can tap into Optimus's full potential without needing to buy a more expensive model. As exciting as owning a humanoid robot sounds, Tesla won't be letting just anyone use Optimus however they want. Every robot's activity will be logged and monitored through Tesla's system. Misuse it, and you could be looking at a recall or even legal action. These terms will be clearly spelled out in the purchase agreement, and that's by design. Safety is everything when it comes to AI-powered machines. Tesla's putting guardrails in place to make sure this tech isn't abused or turned into something harmful. Optimus is powerful, but it's built with responsibility in mind. Additionally, Tesla could implement a regular maintenance policy that requires users to have their robots repaired at official service centers. This would ensure that Optimus is always in optimal operating condition, minimizing the risk of technical errors that could lead to serious consequences. In addition to direct sales, Tesla also plans to introduce a robot leasing program for Optimus in the future. However, this will only be feasible once Tesla achieves stability in production and ensures that its inventory levels are sufficient to meet demand. The expected monthly rental cost is anticipated to range from $300 to $600, a reasonable price considering the value that Optimus brings. Leasing Optimus would not only help Tesla reach a broader customer base, but also open up opportunities for small businesses or individuals to experience advanced technology without the need for a large initial investment. What do you think if Tesla rents out Optimus for $300 per month? Drop your views below. As we know, analysts say that the export ban includes not only mined minerals, but also magnets and other finished products that are difficult to replace. Exporters are now required to apply for a permit from the Department of Commerce, a process that is relatively opaque and can take anywhere from 6 or 7 weeks to several months. While Tesla EVs are revolutionizing the driving experience, the Tesla bot has even greater potential as it could fundamentally change human life. Elon Musk places high expectations on Optimus Gen 3, considering it Tesla's most important product, with the potential to increase the company's value to $25 trillion. To bring this vision to life, Tesla plans to produce 1 million Optimus robots, a number that, according to Elon Musk, could be achieved by 2029 or 2030. In the early stages, Optimus's capabilities are limited by the need to collect and process data in order to expand its functions. This process mirrors human learning. The more experience and practice, the higher the skill level. Tesla's strategy includes remotely controlling Optimus during its training phase. By performing household and factory tasks under human supervision, the robot collects valuable data, paving the way for autonomous operations. Although Optimus has the potential to assist humans with many valuable tasks, it still faces skepticism as Elon Musk continuously highlights the challenges it encounters. Musk has even acknowledged that Optimus may experience some glitches during its initial launch. We believe Optimus might face issues such as inaccurate object recognition, for example, when distinguishing between a water bottle and a flower vase, objects with similar shapes. Additionally, delays in voice or movement responses could occur, especially in noisy environments or those with many distractions. Optimus may also struggle when moving on uneven surfaces, or could suddenly lose balance after an unexpected collision. A simple example could be when the robot moves across a thick carpet or encounters an obstacle like a pet. The risk of falling is real. Furthermore, bugs related to misinterpreting voice commands, such as when the user's speech is unclear, might happen during use. Optimus also relies on an internet connection, so sometimes an unstable network connection could prevent the robot from syncing its data in time, causing disruptions in its task execution. However, it's important to understand that Tesla's Optimus bot is still in its early development stages. Tesla is a company focused on electric vehicles, not a traditional robot manufacturer. But remember, the first Tesla electric vehicles were also met with skepticism and encountered many initial flaws. Yet they quickly improved over time, and we're confident that Optimus will be significantly refined with each update. Although so far there haven't been many humanoid robot companies with the potential to surpass Tesla, this does not mean that Tesla is leading the race. Tesla is facing increasingly fierce competition from humanoid robot companies in China, such as Unitree Robotics and Agai Bot. Some analysts believe that China's control over rare earth magnet exports could give domestic companies an advantage over American competitors like Tesla by limiting the supply of critical components to rivals. From our perspective, the issue of rare earth magnet supply is a clear example of the complexity and risks in the global supply chain, especially amid rising geopolitical tensions, which directly impact the production plans and technological ambitions of major corporations like Tesla. Elon Musk remains optimistic that Tesla is leading the race, but he also expressed concerns that in the future, the humanoid robot rankings will be flooded with names from China. However, Musk is confident that Tesla will eventually overcome all barriers to achieve a large number of Optimus this year, and Elon asserts that Tesla Bot will be the most sophisticated humanoid robot in the world. What do you think about the difficulties of Tesla Bot? Will it surpass the humanoid robots from China? All right, let's talk about something crazy, but crazy in the best way possible. What if we told you that you could own a house for just $7,499? Yeah, you heard that right. That's 5 times cheaper than a Tesla Model 3. Sounds ridiculous, right? Almost too good to be true. Well, that's exactly what Tesla is working on with its tiny house project, a vision that could completely change the way we think about housing in the next decade. Now, in case you missed it, Elon Musk, the guy who brought us EVs and space travel, once said, "I live in a tiny house and it's an amazing experience. If a billionaire like Musk can live in tiny house and still be happy, why can't millions of others do the same?" Here's the deal. Housing prices are skyrocketing. Fast forward 10 years, and owning or even renting a home could be a financial nightmare for most people. But Tesla, they don't just see the problem. They have a solution. With cutting-edge tech, a rock-solid supply chain, and that classic Tesla innovation, they're making affordable, high-tech, solar-powered, and sustainable tiny homes a reality. So, what will Tesla's tiny house actually look like? How the heck are they bringing the price down to $7,499? And most importantly, is this the future of housing? Let's find out. Let's be real. Housing today is a huge problem. Studio apartments and tiny condos are going for hundreds of thousands of dollars in most major cities. It's getting out of control. Just last month, we had to take a trip to Texas for work. We stayed at a budget hotel for 3 nights, and guess what? It cost us $326. That's way higher than just a year ago. And if you want to stay somewhere nicer, yeah, good luck with that. The prices are even crazier. Owning property isn't just hard anymore. For the average person, it's becoming a luxury, something only a few can afford. But here's the crazy part. Elon Musk, the richest guy on the planet, actually chose to live in a 400 square foot home all the way until 2023. Sounds wild, right? But according to Musk, it's a super cool, fully functional house that doesn't feel any less like a home. And get this, it was assembled in just a few hours. The walls, they were literally trucked in and set up on site. Musk even calls it the Tesla tiny house because it's built to be sustainable and packed with Tesla tech. Now, this isn't the $7,499 house we've been talking about. The one Musk bought, it cost $40,000 back in 2021. All right, it's time to separate fact from fiction and find out the real price of a Tesla house. Right now, we're going to break down everything about Tesla's mysterious tiny home, Elon Musk's vision, Tesla's actual plans, and even some tiny house options already on the market. Musk has already revolutionized electric cars and made zero-emission transportation a reality. And guess what? Housing is next. Soon, Tesla could be tackling the housing crisis with an affordable, high-tech, and sustainable home, one that he's been planning for years. And here's the wild part. It could start at just $7,499. How is that even possible? Simple Tesla doesn't rely on outside material suppliers like traditional home builders. They already have the resources, the technology, and the supply chain to make a super affordable tiny home a reality. Sounds too good to be true? Let's find out. Before Musk bought this tiny house, most people thought living in a place like that was just plain crazy, too cramped, too uncomfortable compared to a traditional home. And honestly, that makes sense. It's a totally different way of living. But here's the deal. The Tesla tiny house is a compact home on wheels, just 120 square feet, and you can tow it anywhere with something like a Cybertruck or a Tesla Semi. No foundation needed, no complicated site prep, and you can set it up yourself without any special tools. Now, while there are plenty of materials out there to build tiny homes, Musk seems to be teaming up with Boxable, and it's pretty obvious why. The tiny house he bought? Yep, it's a Boxable. Plus, they've got the experience to crank these out fast. At first glance, the Tesla tiny house might look like just another prefab home. Some folks might even call it a plastic house. But in reality, this is a total game changer for housing. Forget those flimsy drywall walls that crumble with a little moisture or cheap materials that break easily. Tesla's tiny house is built with cutting-edge tech and ultra-durable materials like steel, concrete, high-density insulation foam, and multi-layered engineered wood. All these components are compressed under 250,000 pounds of pressure, creating a rock-solid structure that can withstand hurricanes, floods, and heavy snow, stuff that even traditional houses struggle with. This isn't just a small living space, it's a mobile fortress designed to be safe, durable, and built to last for decades. If you've followed Elon Musk for a while, you know he doesn't do mediocre. He's all about long-lasting, efficient, and cost-effective solutions. So if a tiny home like this is good enough for Musk, you can bet it's not just some fragile little box. From what we've found, a traditional house takes months to even a year to build, with dozens of complicated steps: digging foundations, putting up walls, installing plumbing and electrical systems, then finishing the interior. Meanwhile, Tesla, tiny house, done in just a few hours, no foundation, no professional crew needed. If you need a home immediately, you can literally order it in the morning and be living in it by noon. Oh my God, that's insane. Now, let's talk about the craziest part, how they got the price down from tens of thousands of dollars to just $7,499. A huge part of that is thanks to its modular design. Like we mentioned earlier, Tesla, tiny house is fully factory-made, then shipped as a whole unit to wherever you need it. No heavy machinery, no land leveling, and get this, you can set it up by yourself with zero special tools. That alone slashes 40 to 60% of labor and material costs compared to traditional construction. No need to hire a whole crew, buy bricks, cement, or paint. Yeah, that's the first big reason why it costs just $7,499. You know stainless steel, right? A material used to build the Cybertruck could be a perfect choice for some tiny house frames and exteriors due to its high strength, corrosion resistance, and durability. Spaceship insulation could also be applied to help maintain a stable, indoor temperature, reducing energy consumption for heating or cooling. Now, you hear 120 square feet and immediately think, no way, that's tiny. How do you even breathe in there? Yeah, we thought the same thing. But the moment we stepped inside a Tesla tiny house, the first thing that blew our minds was how insanely well the space is optimized. Even though it's only 120 square feet, you still get everything a regular home has: a bedroom, a living room, a bathroom, and a kitchen, all as separate spaces. Wait, 4 rooms in a tiny house like this? Yup, and that's not even the craziest part. The ceiling is nearly 9 feet high, making the space feel way bigger and airier than you'd ever expect. But hold up, there's another game-changing feature. The modular design of the tiny house means you can connect multiple units or even stack them to create bigger homes, even 2- or 3-story buildings. If the original size isn't enough, you can just buy another one and expand either horizontally or vertically. That means you can start small and scale up as needed. Of course, adding more units will cost extra and take more time to set up, but the flexibility is insane. All right, now we're getting to the part everyone's been waiting for: what's actually inside the Tesla tiny house. With an unloaded weight of just around 2,900 pounds for a 120 square foot space, everything has to be minimalistic and optimized to make full use of the area without wasting any space. It needs to be light enough to be attached to a pickup truck and towed across the country. Tesla even tested towing it with a Model X, and the results were very promising. The Tesla tiny house offers a compact yet fully equipped living space that meets all essential human needs. The living room serves as the central area, connecting different parts of the house. Designed efficiently, it features a plush, deep sofa and a compact dining table. Upon entering, you'll immediately notice the well-placed, deep sofa, providing maximum relaxation. Opposite the sofa is a 55-inch TV. Despite its large size, it doesn't take up too much space since it's securely mounted on the wall, further emphasizing the house's sturdy structure. The living room also has large windows that make the space feel more open and airy, preventing any sense of confinement in the small interior. Additionally, cleverly arranged shelves provide space for books or souvenirs, allowing you to personalize your living area. The truth is, in this house, the living room also doubles as the bedroom. We understand that some people might not like or easily accept this setup, but when you're living in a $7,000 home, you can't ask for much more. The sofa easily converts into a bed at night, complete with pillows, and we believe it will offer a fairly comfortable sleep. There's also a wardrobe and storage cabinets for personal accessories. These cabinets come with LED lighting, adding a mysterious yet stylish touch to the space. In our opinion, we really like these cabinets. They look quite luxurious with their glass doors. Another unique aspect of the Tesla tiny house design is that the bathroom is located right next to the sofa in the living room. This might surprise some people, but overall, it's a smart solution to optimize interior space. The bathroom is enclosed by sturdy glass doors which not only keep the space bright, but also add a touch of elegance compared to traditional doors. Inside, the bathroom is fully equipped with a glass shower enclosure, a sink, a large mirror, and a toilet. A standout feature is the transparent domed ceiling, allowing natural light to flood in, creating a unique and relaxing experience where you can shower while gazing at the sky. Although the bathroom might feel a bit compact, it's still functional and acceptable, don't you think? Adjacent to the living room is a small yet highly modern kitchen. Everything is arranged efficiently, from the refrigerator, stove, and oven to the deep sink and convenient drawer system. This design maximizes functionality while keeping the kitchen neat and clean. Elon Musk saw the potential of the boxable home and sought to make it more appealing and affordable. Tesla tiny houses can be equipped with high-speed internet from Starlink, ensuring connectivity anywhere. Additionally, advanced systems like water recycling and air filtration from SpaceX could be scaled down to turn tiny houses into self-sustaining living spaces. The Tesla tiny house will come in multiple versions with different price points, catering to various customer needs and budgets. It would be a misunderstanding to think that $7,000 includes all the interior furnishings. In reality, the basic $7,000 version of the Tesla tiny house only includes the house frame, completely empty with no furniture or solar energy system. Essentially, it's a blank slate, perfect for those who want to customize their living space according to their own preferences. The mid-range version can go up to $19,000, offering a fully furnished tiny house that is move-in ready. Finally, the premium version starts at a minimum of $30,000. For $30,000, the house will come equipped with a Tesla Powerwall and a solar panel system, allowing for complete energy independence without the need for complex electrical setups. With Tesla's cutting-edge energy technology integrated, this transforms the tiny house into a fully self-sufficient living space. You can place it anywhere, even in the most remote locations, and still have reliable electricity. Of course, this level of convenience comes at a significantly higher cost. Beyond just affordability and portability, this is also an incredibly eco-friendly choice. The electricity is entirely sourced from renewable energy, and the construction process has minimal environmental impact. Additionally, the transportation and installation fee is around $499, making it easy to own a tiny house without excessive effort. Elon Musk has never done anything simply on a whim. Every decision he makes reflects a much larger vision. When he invests in tiny homes, the real question isn't why, but rather, what is he experimenting with? Is this just an option for minimalist living, or could it be a prototype for future settlements on another planet? Musk has never hidden his ambition to take humanity to Mars. But to achieve that, humans, or perhaps Tesla Optimus robots, must first build habitable structures on a harsh planet that lacks Earth's abundant resources. These settlements must be sustainable, easily transportable, quick to assemble, and optimized for resource efficiency, the same principles behind the design of Boxable, the tiny home company where Musk currently resides. It's possible that Musk isn't just living in a tiny house, he's testing a model for the future. If a small home can be optimized for easy transport and installation on Earth, what's stopping the same technology from being used on Mars? The question is no longer whether we can do it, but when SpaceX will succeed with Starship to make it a reality. But beyond the Mars vision, this tiny house also reflects a philosophy that Musk follows: minimalism as a means to maximize value. In a world where billionaires indulge in extravagant mansions and multi-million-dollar yachts, Musk has chosen a different path, living in a compact, functional space, focusing solely on what truly matters. This is not just a personal choice, it's a powerful statement. Innovation doesn't always have to mean luxury, and a better future can start with the simplest of ideas. And here's the fascinating part. If a billionaire can live in a tiny house, why can't millions of others? With skyrocketing real estate prices, this housing model could be revolutionary, offering homeownership, opportunities for low-income individuals, students, or anyone looking to escape the burden of debt. If successful, it could disrupt the traditional housing market where home prices are inflated by speculation and massive construction costs. So, when will the Tesla tiny house be released? It's going to take a while, that's the truth. Right now, Tesla has to prioritize bigger projects before it can focus on the housing sector. The company is currently tackling challenges in the electric vehicle market, dealing with market pressures, and addressing public scrutiny surrounding Elon Musk. More importantly, Tesla needs to finalize the production of the Optimus robot and introduce several new EV models this year. That means the tiny house isn't a top priority just yet. Additionally, building a house isn't as straightforward as manufacturing a car. Tesla needs to optimize costs for power walls, solar panels, construction materials, and large-scale assembly. This could make the initial price higher than expected, at least until Tesla reaches a production scale large enough to drive costs down. Musk has brought global attention to modular tiny homes. The proof? After people learned that Elon Musk had lived in a boxable tiny house, the company quickly received over 100,000 orders. This highlights Musk's immense influence in promoting the tiny house movement. We believe there will be challenges if Tesla launches a tiny house model, but given Tesla's rapid development and relentless innovation, we expect the tiny house to be released within the next few years. Tesla has the technology and resources to bring this vision to life faster than companies like Boxable. If you're truly interested in modular homes, stay tuned. In the meantime, you can explore existing tiny house manufacturers to find the best solution for your needs. But remember, Tesla isn't just building a house, they're preparing to revolutionize the entire housing industry. Thanks for watching our video. If you want to explore more exciting information about Tesla, new models, Tesla, EVs, don't forget to hit the like button, ring the bell, and share this video. Also, make sure to subscribe to Tesla Car World and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.